Well, I saddled up my shoe, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keeps rolling on.
Yes, thank
you. Till the love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah. Woo. Saw the sun in the distance look like a burning coin. Saw the sun in the distance look like a burning coin. Lord, I don't need no preacher, just that dust road to join. Now I'm rolling through the valley, wind hums through my hair.
So what's in those pancakes, Papa Bear?
Banana, pecans, chocolate chip, all in one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, really appreciate what you guys are doing for us. Okay, we are on our way. That's half of the crew. The two people on the right were the main people that organized everything here, helping us out. The guy with the beard took me to the post office yesterday. And the little bit older guy was the shuttle driver from San Diego, the transit center. Okay, starting off my hike from Cleef. Let's see, that's what Cleef looks like. PCT camping. It's so beautiful out this morning. Okay, this is towards the fence, about 0.4 miles that way is the wall. And a little bit of video of that in my start. But okay, next stop is the let's see, the 1 mile marker. Back to you. Oh, it's so pretty walking in the morning here. I think it's about 60 degrees. Going to get quite a bit warmer. I don't know how warm, but at least in the 80s, if not 90s. This is a beginning of a super hot year. It's been record-breaking temperatures for a week or so, and I guess we're going to have some more of that maybe this week, and then maybe a little bit of a mellowing out the week after. That's how I understand it. Okay, back later. Oh, interesting area. This will probably come out very flat, but it is very hilly. Steep stuff. Just ran across, let's see, Loopy and Electrolyte at their little campsite that they were telling us about last night. Very nice spot, very flat, about halfway between Cleef and the 1 mile marker. Oh, speaking of which, hello. Very cool. Okay, on the way. The young lady from the PCTA that was checking permits and handing out the little PCT triangles that I have on the side of my pack. She talked a different story than the guys that brought us in and served all the food and everything, and all of them have hiked the trail. But anyway, their story was, oh, the snakes are pretty nice. You know, they don't see you as food. And, you know, just be wary, and at night don't worry about them because they're all hunkered down way off the trail. They're not going to be out in the middle of the trail. And later in the day they start coming out and they'll lay on the trail. And so you want to just tap your stick a little bit and they'll go off into the bush, and then when it gets hot, they'll get off the trail and they'll go to the edge. And that's where you have a hard time seeing them. You have to keep your eye out and they'll let you know. But you want to use your sticks a lot. Like if you see a rock you want to sit on, tap the rock a few times with your stick and you'll hear, if there's a snake behind it, you'll hear the buzz. If you're walking through, you want to go to the bathroom and walking through some bush, just hit the sticks ahead, or the stuff ahead of you. So anyway, that sounds like real good advice. But the PCTA young lady, she emphasized that there are many more rattlers this year than in the past. Says normally you might see 5 rattlers in this first 700 miles. Now you might see 5 a day. So that'll be interesting. And I'm not particularly, I don't want to get bit, but I'm not particularly insanely afraid of snakes. And I got extra long poles to whack the weeds with, so that's good. But yeah, kind of puts you on notice later. But kind of cool to, I guess I've seen this on other people's videos and wonder, that's kind of boring, but it is kind of exciting. I guess water will become more and more exciting to us. Well, this is one of the iconic spots for me. Hey, we got some bullet holes in the from the backside. Oh well. So do you have a trail name yet?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bandit.
Bandit?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you come upon that?
On the AT, I got a ride with the chief of police in Hiawassee.
Ah.
And it was my first and only time ever in a cop car, so I was telling this girl, and she's like, that's a nice story, Bandit. Like,
Yep.
outlaw. So
Oh, cool.
I liked it because of Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds.
With the water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one where you stopped, right?
That was pretty cool.
I kind of cameled up on that one.
Oh, just cameled up with some water at the creek. Used my filter. Worked just fine. First time I've actually used it. I didn't even practice with it. I didn't see a need. Let's see. It's several people filtering water at this little creek that's actually just below me here. And had a few people. Felix doesn't have a trail name yet. He's from, I think I'm going to call him Uli. He's ahead of me now. He is kind of enamored by Uli Steck. And I met Uli Steck in Ouray, Colorado. So that was kind of cool. And then 2 ladies left back at the watering hole. Peach Mama from Georgia, from Covington, I think she's something like that, east of Atlanta. And then Hellbent, didn't catch exactly where that name came from. Doing some switchbacky climbing here through some fairly rough rock. I guess this will pretty much eat the crap out of just about any kind of shoe. I have about 10:20. They start noticing the heat at 10 o'clock, but I think by 12 o'clock it's going to be hot. So until it gets extremely hot, I'm not going to hike in the extreme heat. But next time I stop for, well, in a shady place if I can find one. The shade's getting a little bit thinner. These trees, there's been some really nice shade, but these trees are getting smaller, and I'm on kind of a south-facing slope. So, but anyway, when I find that shady spot, I will have a snack, do a little camel up, and put my umbrella on. I think that's my plan. So we'll see. Some version of rosemary. I've been smelling it. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's some version. Well, again, if anybody knows what that is, let me know. Very pretty trail here. Little rugged to, because we're climbing a lot. And all the YouTube videos I've seen, all the cameras like this make this stuff look flat. Nothing about this area looks flat. I was so surprised when we drove in the shuttle how hilly everything is, and I was expecting that it would be just flat all around the southern terminus. It was anything but flat. Lots of climbing here. Okay, later. There's the border wall way up there. See it over there. Looks like we've been paralleling the Mexican-U.S. border, headed west a lot. Now we're starting more north. So it kind of sounds familiar from what I've seen. Okay, later. Okay, yeah. Let's see. It is 11:15. Let's see what I've got for snackies. Ooh, a lot of chocolate. This is going to be nasty. Okay, look at that. That's just plain nasty. I think this is too much chocolate. Not bad. Kind of rich. Thank you, Mary Beth, for packing it. Well, looks like a little grotto here. Make a nice spot to take a break out of the sun. I'll fill you in a little bit where we're at later. Well, my feet are holding up well. So it was noon 10 by the time I got stopped. Found a nice spot that's actually kind of cool. The rocks are fairly cool. I actually passed several people that took off after me and past me. So they'll probably be passing by soon. I'm a little bit off the trail, so I should be able to hear them or see them. But it is noon, and I think some of them were actually feeling kind of bad. I never got feeling that bad. I think I drank at the right time. So I'm going to rest here for a while. This is the hottest part of the day. Supposedly starts cooling down around 4 o'clock. Well, we're up pretty high. I'm on top of the mountain. Hopefully we're going to get across it in a while. I don't know how much farther I'm going to have to hike to get over it. But look at those mountains in the background. Different layers from the smog, I guess. Okay. Cool little rock passage. It's been a long day. It's 2:25. Supposed to be a water cache at mile 14. So I don't know how far ahead that is. But hopefully not too much farther. Wow. Looks like a little alpenglow, at least in my sunglasses. This on the camera, I'm sure this looks just flat as could be, but this is steep. Oh, okay. Yeah. Somewhere down there is our camp. Well, starting out a great day. I really feel good after a fairly miserable hike yesterday. Expecting to hike maybe 5 to 8 miles, ended up doing 16. Today is about 5 miles to Lake Moreno, which is about the 20-mile mark. Something like that. So, yeah, on the way. It's going to be a great day. So today, this whole 5 miles is going to be a climb. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you on the camera because cameras don't show that sort of thing. This is actually steep where I'm at the moment. So the sun's hitting the top of the hills. Get around these corners. Might be able to see the trail zigzag up the mountain. Well, on the west-facing side of the mountain, which means the sun won't be hitting it for quite a while. Well, not going to be able to see the switchbacks going up over that stuff. Anyway, back at you. It is absolutely beautiful morning this morning. The temperature must be, I don't know, 68, something like that. A little bit of a breeze. I'm very comfortable. I don't have any kind of a jacket on. I feel great. I thought I would be trashed today because it was a lot of uphill and downhill and about 16 miles worth of it. So I'm faring fairly well. It's boding well. I don't have any signs of blisters. Wow. Pretty happy with that. Hopefully I won't get lulled into doing any long hikes like that when I expect to go half that distance. We'll see. Things happen sometimes, huh? Okay, see you guys. It's gonna be a slog today for probably, I'd say 5 hours. Probably gonna do about a mile an hour because it's steep. But I am feeling good. The marine ahead of me. Back at you. So you can see the trail that we took starting right up in there. Whoop. Starting right up in there. Goes along here. I think you can probably see it. Down here, about right there. You can't really see much. Zigzaggy. I think maybe it came through right there. Right down here. I see a hat down there. Somebody coming up. Right down in there is where we were camping. Later. Okay, see Lake Moreno over there. So I guess that's where we're going. Taking a little bit of a break. Some water. Nuts. Check my phone. See which one of you guys is calling me. This is to Bobby. 5 miles will take 4 or 5 hours. And this kind of climbing, I don't really have a clue. You might be able to see Lake Moreno straight down here. That's where we're going. Let's see. Kind of cool. Just looks like we just came up over a pass here. About 3 miles left. That was a 2-mile climb, by the way. According to Joe, the Marine ahead of me. But now we're in the sun, but it's kind of still very cool, very comfortable. Couldn't ask for anything more. But anyway, forgot to mention hiking day 2. Ooh. Hey. Wow, cool flower. It is almost 9:25, and we've got Lake Moreno right in front of us coming down the backside. Seems like we've been climbing forever. But there's a malt shop up here at the campground. Joe in front of me, his wife, gonna pick us up in the parking lot, drive us over to the malt shop. Can't beat that. Later. Lake Moreno, getting closer. Wow. Okay. Down the trail. By the way, apparently I can't swim in that lake. There's absolutely no swimming. That just seems crazy. Later. Another view of the lake here in a village. Pacific Crest Trail, National Scenic Trail. Civilization after about 20 miles.
Yeah, so this is where she'll pick us up.
Oh, cool.
No, the mall shop's that way.
This way?
I could probably actually. We could probably walk that faster than she get her down.
Yeah. Dang.
Place.
Yeah. A little museum, I guess. Well, our little group gained one more guy. I did catch his name earlier, but I forgot what it was. But they're in front of us, and I'm going to try to lay back, because I don't like hiking with a bunch of people. But we got the new guy up front, and I think he's a racehorse. And then you got Joe the Marine, and then Pat from Tucson, and then me. I just had a great malt at the malt shop, the famous malt shop, famous on the PCT anyhow. Same place I had biscuits and gravy this morning that hit the spot. There's a Trail Angel guy with a great big pickup truck, had tons of stuff, drinks of all sorts. I did drink my second energy drink, like a Red Bull, and that's all I had from him, because I already had the malt. Man, 3 o'clock, it was hot. It's 3:45 when we started, just 5 minutes ago, and not quite as hot, and it should be cooling down a fair amount. We will see, but we only have about 6 miles today, or this afternoon. We did about 5 this morning. So this is Boulder Oaks Campground. That's where we're staying tonight. This is the kind of hike that I think is just about ideal for me. Break it up, skip the hottest part of the day. You know, I guess the hottest part sometimes is from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And sometimes noon to 4, but by 4 o'clock, a lot of times it'll cool off and the wind will start blowing a little bit. It becomes very pleasant. Talk to you later. You know, there's a number of things to worry about, food and water and all that on the trail. But another thing is, if you get an unfortunate trail name, I happened to mention to my friends ahead that wanted to get out on the trail a little bit early. I wanted to get out 4. It wasn't too bad, too far from it. And I had mentioned that, I might upchuck this milkshake if I start too early. And one of them said, well, that'd make a nice trail name, milkshake. So, yeah, so that's what I got to worry about now. Bastards. Ooh, Lake Moreno, where it came from. Hope you can see that. There's our boys. Okay.
I don't know if you heard Joe. You couldn't have heard him back there, but we're about 2.3 if you're tracking.
2.3 left.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, mostly downhill, I think.
I think so. So that'll be nice.
Everybody go in water?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Boy, we got some good views of
Oh yeah, there.
Moreno. Got the highway down there.
Yeah, I wonder what that one is.
Oh. Okay. 2 miles from Boulder Oaks, our campground for tonight. This overpass looks very familiar. I guess I've seen this. Looks like they've painted over the graffiti for the season that you used to see in videos. I think I said 2 miles to Boulder Oaks. Stream very low. Next stop, Boulder Oaks, 2 miles. Nice little pond. It looks like it's a hell of a mosquito infestation, probably. I don't know.
Huh, probably can't see me. But that almost a full moon in my face. Good thing I got a good thing. I have an umbrella that broke my head. Good night. Oop, where's my button? Bye.